There's a lot of things that do make me annoyed with life. The thing that makes me most angry is trying to get a job or trying to find work, trying to get money, trying just to get some sort of clarity. I know what I want to do, but trying to get there it's just impossible. Typical day in my life is not the most glamorous one. I wake up, come downstairs, have a cup of tea, cigarette, come in here, watch TV, play on Xbox, watch a DVD, watch the TV again, have something to eat, and then stay up at 2, 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning and go sleep, and then wake up next morning about 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and then just do the same thing over and over again. That's the same routine every single day. I'll never leave this house unless I have to. I get bored quite a lot doing nothing, so it's always constantly cup of tea, cigarette, TV. So it's the same routine really. In the ISS. If you're spending as much time as I do in the kitchen, it gets cold. Yeah, I do get cold. That's why I'm wearing my hat.
That guitar.
Which one do you want?
Gibson Les Paul Black Beauty. This is about £6 grand. I'm going to try and beg my mum. Maybe one day. This was 265. Shame it's right-handed. If I did have a job, I'd be spending my money on new guitars, new equipment for my guitars, amps, and maybe another drum kit. I find it frustrating that I can't buy the stuff I would really like to buy. I get up, I mainly listen to music, play my guitar for a bit, go down the street, look for jobs on the internet, probably play guitar a little bit more and play on the PS3. And, not the ideal day, but passes the time. It's very isolating. I would rather be out with people, socialising, working.
When I was out of work, you were really down. You were at home most of the time and not doing anything. I know I went out to do volunteering and that was nice because like, you got to meet people and be with people. But when you were at home, I was just on my own and not really doing a lot.
I suffer from depression when I'm on my own all the time. Just dark thoughts really, there's a lot of dark thoughts that enter my head all the time. It is unhealthy, it's the whole routine, the sleeping routine. I don't sleep at night, sleep deprived. I never used to be a confident kid anyway, but not being out and socialising with a group of friends has sort of dramatically reduced my self-esteem, my confidence, because I don't have many mates myself. So I'm always here. I'm never out and about.
I really didn't enjoy school. I just didn't get along with the teachers and I kept getting excluded. So school wasn't the best part of life for me. I would only concentrate on stuff like I actually really enjoy. stuff I don't enjoy just goes away and just find it really hard to concentrate.
It wasn't part of my life that I liked. If I don't like doing something, I'm not gonna do it. And every time I got in a lesson, we ended up in arguments and I ended up out of the lesson. I got kicked out in year 10, so I left at 15, I think. There's two types of learners. One's academic, they're the ones that like school. The others are hands-on, and school don't do nothing for the people that are hands-on learners. So like, you can't go to like mechanics or construction that lot while in school, so it's a bit not good for the people that are hands-on, and you find most of the hands-on people are the people that get in trouble at school.
I hit a teacher before. I flooded one of the toilet rooms. I was doing loads of stuff. I nearly blinded a kid when he pushed me too far. Then I just refused to give up on me. I'm not too sure why. It does shock me that I was that bad, but everything I've done, it happens for a reason, I suppose. It makes me the person I am today.
It's just the whole being a bit stubborn and not listening to other people. I just wanted to do my sort of thing. It is either my way or no way. But that's the reason why I probably didn't really do what the teacher said, which I regret doing now, looking back at it. Because if I listened and done well in school, I don't think I could have had a job by now and not spending 4 years not working unemployed and on job seekers and struggling a bit. So.
Didn't go to college or anything like that. Did nothing until 18 actually. I literally sat around on the laptop, played football with mates, got drunk, and that's about all I did for 3 years. Didn't focus on anything else. Didn't impress my mum much. My mum kept going, get off your ass and go get a job, and I was like, no. And I knew college wasn't an option, because there would have been a lot of writing that lot again, and I would have ended up kicked out of that as well.
I went to college for a bit, and I went to prison, possession of an imitation firearm. Somebody hit my mum, so I got involved. Pointed a BB gun at him, and then I was in prison for 4.5 months. And I've been looking for work ever since. No luck.
At first, I wanted to go into childcare, but people were telling me how difficult it was to get into childcare. My reading and writing isn't that brilliant to do it, so I decided against it.
I always wanted to be a rapper, but being famous and rich, it doesn't come easy. Like Mum said, things don't like fall into your lap. When I was younger, I thought, oh yeah, I'm going to do music. No one's going to tell me any different. But as I got older, I had to be a bit more realistic about what I want to do in the future.
Love music, and it's basically my life. Rock, metal, screamo, a little bit of alternative rock, softer rock. Varies between the script and stuff like Trivium and Five Finger Death Punch. Everything leaves me. Just feel I can be confident and see my own little world. I'm told I've got some talent, but it takes more than talent now. It's really hard to get into. A few years ago when I left school, I only wanted to do a few jobs, but realised it's hard just getting into them few jobs, and now I will take anything. Can't be too fussy, a job's a job at the end of the day.
To find something and for someone to see how good you are When you get there, it's really hard. You apply for all these jobs, they did tell you no. It was a lot of interviews I went to, and I was hoping to get something, but and then when they phoned me to say, sorry, you didn't get the job, and then I was like, oh.
I haven't had a proper full-time job since I've left school, which was 4 or 5 years ago. I am ready. I've been ready since I left school to get into work, but it's just the whole either need qualifications or experience. I am ready to get a job. I really want to get a job because life is a nightmare trying to juggle things. But I don't think there's anything about, because I need qualifications which I haven't got, need experiences which I haven't got.
It does get you down. You get a rejection letter, or they ring you up and tell you they couldn't hire you, and it's disheartening, but just can't let it get to you. Just got to keep on trying.
People don't want, or they haven't got any space for younger kids that have just come out of college or school.
I think the government could put in more apprenticeships for young kids, like 18 to 24, so they can actually get some experience in specific jobs that they want to follow into. But there's not many apprenticeships out, and I think that's part of the reason why young kids find it hard. So they just can't get the experience. Companies want experience nowadays.
To me, every time I walk into the job centre or say that I'm unemployed, it just makes me feel really small, sort of like scum of the earth, really, sort of. That's the way of thinking of it. It makes me angry, it makes me annoyed, it makes me upset that I can't provide a life that I want for my family, for my mum. If you was with a bunch of mates saying, oh yeah, I got a job, blah blah blah, and they're going out for a few pints or going shopping or whatever, and you're thinking, oh, I got to go home because I got no money, or in that way, it's a bit down sort of thing. I can't picture myself on benefits till I'm at least 30 odd. So yeah, unless something changes in life.
If you don't have confidence, the company's going to see that when you go for the interview, and I think it would hinder your chances a fair bit. The only reason I have real confidence is when I've got music around me.
It does affect you not having a dad around. If I see kids with parents, both parents, kids with dad playing football with dads, and I never really done that with my dad. He never bought me like lessons, never bought me a pint for my 18th birthday, and I never done things that kids do with dads. Really.
Two lessons you hadn't learned yet at that point. One was
my girlfriend's dad. He's the only one that's helped me through most of the things. He's the one that kept pushing me to do so. He wouldn't let me laze around. I just really couldn't be bothered sometimes.
a lot of people just don't appreciate how tough it is at that age. With the assumption that you should be able to cope with everything, and if you're not, then you're failing. And yeah, you had your share, others have as well, but you did something that quite impressed me, is that you decided that on your 18th birthday it would be over and you would start. And I think that's, how did you spend your 18th birthday?
Sorting out a bank account, signing on and start looking for a job.
Yep.
Instead of going out and getting plastered.
Yep, and that's quite impressive. As I've always said, for everything I've done, it's half of it's putting in 100% and listening and doing everything you're told and doing it well, and the other half is pure luck. It's just a matter of being the one at the right place at the right time. And yeah, you've had already since your 80s, you know, ups and downs, but when you've had the chance to work, you're there every time you're supposed to be there. Bored to death as you may be. You worked in a sandwich bar, that was the most exciting job of your life.
Apart from the food, which is good.
But yeah, but you turned up every day and you did a first-class job. So that's not too shabby.
There's a lot of things in my past that people said, oh yeah, you could do this, or you should do that. I thought, yeah, let's do it. And then I got bored of doing it. It was day after day, week after week, doing things and just giving up on things. I think it was just the fear of failing things. If I didn't try, then I won't fail.
I don't like sitting around not doing anything. I like being active and getting out there, but there wasn't much jobs out there to apply for. I did project set. It was internships around the hospital, trying them out for a year. I was hoping to get a job out of that, but nothing came up. I did Dorothy House over in Corsham, and then I did Sainsbury's over in Melton, and then I helped for a bit with Christmas Child. That was all unpaid, and I went out there and did it all, and I didn't care if I didn't get paid for it. I just was out there, and and also it looked good on your CV too, getting all that work experience.
People say it's good on your CV, but things on your CV doesn't really pay the bills. I've been waiting a long time for an opportunity to meet a producer. It's all down to the council that sorted out, so I'm pretty happy with that.
We've got like 2 bars so far.
So I pray to God and ask him what I got to struggle for. No pennies in my pocket.
I'm flipping Paul. So that'd be a good first line, I reckon.
Yeah. I like writing because it just allows me to express what I think and sort of goes into my own bubble. I don't need to worry about anything else when I got my pen and my pad and my headphones in.
Look up to my mate in the sky. That's your mate in Will.
Mm.
Yeah.
What about the money's tight most days? I have no choice but to fight.
Yeah, that's a cool
That
line.
could be one, yeah. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. Yeah.
You never really at the job centre long. Just hand in the form and then you go. There's no interviews anymore. But place you actually really chat to people is at Pinnacle. I think it's a subcontract which the government used to help people find a job. I go to Pinnacle people twice a week.
You've got play guitar and good communication skills.
That's about it.
Yeah, but that needs expanding really.
Yeah.
It's very challenging out there at the moment, and you need to make sure that your CV is selling you. What other training do you think you'd be interested in looking at? What type of things have you been applying for over the last couple of weeks? Have you ever thought about a kitchen porter type role? There's a kitchen assistant at the King John Hunting Lodge. That's in Laycock Village. Would that be hard for you to get to?
Yeah, I'll have to get 2 buses.
Okay. Right, there's nothing in Calm.
Never is, mainly. If you get a job interview and they provide you with clothes so you can be presentable for the interview, this would really, really help. I possibly need a white shirt. I don't own a white shirt at all. And they say wear a tie, but I'm uncomfortable with ties. So I think I might have to get a tie eventually.
Job centre put me on to Pinnacle people, and then they put me forward for the job I'm at now. When I had my interview, it was against 17 other people. I still don't quite know why I got chose. I've never asked that question, but must have been doing something right on the day.
Reading the feedback, he took it all on board, and you can see his personality comes across really well. He's very bouncy, he's very up.
Confident.
Yeah, and we said before, if you go to an interview, you need to sort of bring people up in the interview. It's no good walking in, sitting down, slouching, being all miserable. He's a smiler, he's a real, brings people up. And that was what came back on the feedback. Was really keen, really asked the questions well. Yeah, it ticks all the boxes.
What kind of things do you have to do?
Paint the houses, fit new kitchens if need doing. So far, every house I've gone in needed a new toilet seat. Horrible job. That's a horrible job. I'm trying to avoid doing them. I'm passing them to the actual other people to do.
Do you reckon it's harder for kids nowadays to get a job?
It is harder to get jobs now. I think it's really tough. And in the music industry, it's always been difficult to get a job. So I think probably for you to get some lessons how to use some equipment and to be able to pass those skills on would be really cool, I think, really positive. If you can't get a job, you could try and start your own business and be self-made.
Self-made man, yeah.
Millionaire one day, you never know.
Yeah. .com millionaire.
So if you want to do it as music, you know, you've got to be really hard working and you've got to sort of put a lot of hours in. I think I was making like the insides of Coke machines, you know, the ones where you press the buttons, and I had to solder the bits together, and it was boring, man. But you know, I just did it for a whole year, and I did like shows and stuff like that around my area just to try and raise money for me to go to university. So I think, yeah, you know, if you want to pursue a career in music, that's probably a good idea, to maybe hustle and just do any old job for a bit, save up your money, get yourself straight. I reckon you could still do it though, Jay, if you wanted to do it. I think you should go for it, man. I don't think, if you want to do something in music, I think you should go for it. I don't think it's unrealistic to have a career in music.
What have you been doing since the last time we saw each other?
Looking on the internet. I went round Swindon and handed in CVs.
You went to Swindon?
Yeah.
Brilliant. How did that go?
Went okay. I handed CVs in all the music shops again.
Yeah?
Kempster's and Sons, Rock and Roll Music, Holmes. No vacancies like normal. But it's always worth keep trying though. I just go in, ask them if they got any vacancies and just say I'm really passionate about music and I love my guitars and that.
It's always good to have a passion for the product that you're looking to sell, and you've got that knowledge, so that's going to come across when you're going in to inquire. But talk to them about maybe doing a work trial and just saying, look, you know, I'll come and I'll show you how good I can be for your business if you give me an opportunity. Feeling confident to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I've done it enough times, so.
You've put in your, you know, you've been involved in such a lot of other outside organisations, haven't you, over the last few months? It must have increased your self-confidence to be able to go out and do a few more things now.
Yeah.
I've definitely noticed a change in you anyway.
I'm on a 6-month contract with Green Square. That's through a government paying for me to work there for 6 months. It's a fun job. It's different each day, so you're never repeating what you did the day before, which makes it enjoyable to go. You don't wake up thinking, oh, I'll work again. And then we've got to put all this in the bin.
Yeah, but it's looking good. Well done. Good job.
Instead of me being sat at home during the day, I'm out at work. Instead of me sleeping till 4 in the afternoon, I'm working till 4 in the afternoon. Get this in the bin.
Well, get it on.
My attitude is you've got to start off at the bottom to work your way up. If you can't take a jump straight to like managing and get decent pay, you've got to work your way up and get the experience to get to there. It's like with anything really in life.
So good afternoon, you are locked into King P on the New Music Show every Tuesday 2 till 4, playing the best in new urban music. Now I've got a special guest with me today. He's from the project called Wiltshire Voices. He's come to find out a little bit more about radio because he might want to do that. He's also an up and coming rapper. What would be your ideal job then, Jay, do you reckon?
It's something to do with music, anything to do with music. I know it's probably unrealistic to some people, but that's what I enjoy. Like I'd love to do in the future is if I had a load of money, get a recording studio, get my own label, help kids that are in my position that want to do music but can't, and give something back to the community.
I think that's really big, man. How old are you now, Jay, to have like aspirations like that's big, man, to help the community and stuff like that?
I'm 21.
That's cool, man. Alright, so we're going to get into some K-Coke right now and then we'll be back.
When I found out I got the job, I felt really happy, and I rang people up to tell them I got the job, and they were really happy and pleased for me, and it was good. I work in old people's care home on Munson Park as a housekeeper. Work's fine. It's going okay. Yesterday, this lady walked with a Zimmer bay, but working life is much better because you get your own money and you can do your own things with your own money. I'm saving up for a new car, and sometimes I buy clothes and go out for drinks and lunch with my friends.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh! Oh, wow! Is that what I think it is? Is that what?
Clinical people, they could only help so much, the rest is all down to me. Hoping I'll be successful. There's so many people going for jobs these days, you can't really be that confident.
I wouldn't want to let down any of the jobs I'm doing and do it wrong, because then there'd be no point me actually turning up to work and I'm causing more problems than what I'm solving.
So you're still locked into King Peter, a new music show. That is Jay on the buttons right now. It's Compton, Kendrick Lamar. It's cool, man.
Keeping Bristol informed.
So that you queued up a record, you played a drop, played a record, you faded out a record because it was too long.
It's a bit of a adrenaline-filled day because you've got to do all this and try and get it correct, and you listen to music, which I like to do. It's been a good experience of doing, because I've never done something like this before.
It's a big tune, so if you want to follow them, you can check them out on Twitter, from America, just fire.
It's something new, it's crazy, and it's got me quite buzzed actually. It's made me think that I don't think I should give up.
Jay here, he's been interning, just learning a bit about radio, he's been controlling the decks, he's been playing tunes and stuff like that, and we were talking about this track that he's written for this program called Wiltshire Voices. This is Jay's track, Life's Hard, so we're going to get into it right now.
Life's hard, this is the reason why my heart's cold. Look at my past, showing you how I did cope. Life's hard, this is the reason why my heart's cold. Look at my
I'm so grateful I've got a job now.
Life's hard, look at my past. Life's hard, words to the wise, life is far from kind.
I'm positive, I've always had a positive outlook on future, but don't know what it's going to be like, you can never tell. Anything can change.
Life's hard, this is the reason why my heart's cold. Look at my past, showing you how I did cope. Life's hard, this is the reason why my heart's cold. Look at my past.
I'm worried what the future will bring. I think I'll be a bit happier when I finally find a job.
Life's hard, it's been hard from the start. Wanna go from the underground to the mainstream, top of the chart. Gonna be a star. Your life isn't too bad. It could be better, but if you've got a way of dealing with it, it's like this is how life is, but this is how life can be if you change it, if you choose to change it. Life's hard, this is the reason why my heart's cold. Look at my past, showing you how I did cope. Life's hard, look at my past. Life's hard.